How does art work, anyway? Isn't it all just subjective? Or maybe it's objective standards of aesthetics laid down by Plato or someone? Not really, no. Let me tell you a story that might help. You and I meet up in, let's say, Brooklyn. I'm going to show you something cool. I have a wealthy friend who's out of town, but with his permission and entry code, we go into his exquisitely appointed townhome, all the way upstairs and into the master bedroom suite. Don't get any ideas. On the wall is an honest-to-God Rothko, colored rectangles and all. This guy wouldn't hang a reproduction, obviously. We admire the thing. We talk about depth, color, presence. We confess that we are overwhelmed when we stand directly under it, the whole bit. Our reactions are similar. Not the same, but there's overlap. Obviously, there's something outside of us that's stimulating us in similar ways. Just as obviously, it is the painting itself and Rothko's specific genius manifest therein. At this point, my mobile rings. It's my friend, our absent host, very agitated. "Where are you? Oh no!" He'd hoped to catch us before we saw his Rothko. So embarrassing, he's just learned that it's a forgery. Some Chinese guy painted it a few years ago. My friend feels terrible placing me in this situation. So sorry, he must go. Rings off. Well, I break the bad news. We contemplate the fake Rothko and find our reactions radically changed, attenuated or in some cases reversed. We react to literally the same object in new ways and find in that self-same object suddenly almost nothing of the sublime. This is a lightly fictionalized but largely true story. Variations on the story have happened over and over. The world of fine art is filled with fakes, forgeries, and works made by assistants, but attributed to the master's hand. At this point, we must understand that anything can be forged. Who's your favorite? Leonardo? Vermeer? Michelangelo? Right now, there are dozens, if not thousands of people who could knock out fakes good enough not merely to fool you, but to fool the experts paid to authenticate these things. Authentication is done by testing materials, verifying age, checking provenance, and so on. The artistry itself barely registers. There is no secret sauce, no magic paint additive, no lost skills. Our response to a piece of fine art is neither subjective nor objective. It is intersubjective, a word invented to describe this precise experience. It is a quasi-subjective, shared, collective experience. It is also largely a social construct. We react to Rothko in specific ways because we have been told to react that way. A fake Rothko may be perfectly fine, but it is not great, and it is worth at most a few $1,000s. A genuine Rothko, physically indistinguishable from the fake, is great and is worth millions. This sounds like a scam, but it's not. Art is as real as money, and in almost exactly the same way. Both are valuable because we believe in their value, and both are quite real. But a dollar bill isn't worth $1, not really. Just try forging a perfect copy and see how that works out. Obviously, these things are not a major topic of conversation among art dealers, gallerists, and curators. These are the experts we pay to create this shared construct. They apply their taste and knowledge to select for us artists and artworks. They devise the stories for us to believe, all, of course, based on reality. Often there is real technique. There are real ideas. There may even be beauty, however that's conceived. The construct of fine art, whatever its component parts, is built and attached specifically to the artist. In part because the ideas usually are the artist's. Rothko really did think up that shtick, even if it can be reproduced. Also, dealers need to limit supply to keep prices robust, and curators need to limit supply to keep interest up. Both versions of Leo's Virgin of the Rocks are very nice, even though only one of them was painted by the man himself. The fake Rothkos and Vermeers are fine, but they're not capital G great, capital A art. The two virgins remain about equally important and valuable, only because the question of which one is the copy remains contested. The painting of the duck in your local coffee shop is probably really good, and probably underpriced, but it will never be worth more than a few $100, and it will never make even the most delicate lady swoon. For that, you need more than a painting. You need a legend. The real Rothko hits in ways the fake does not, because of the legend. You're overwhelmed by the legend, not the brushwork. That's okay. It's how our culture works. It's the most human thing of all. Human institutions are often little more than a system of ideas and the people who believe in them. Chess, money, the Catholic Church are all perfectly real things. And in the end, they are sets of ideas that are believed. There's no reason to suppose that Rothko, Vermeer, Da Vinci, as human institutions, are much different.